All right, this is especially for all of those down in the Cape area. I hope you don't have plans for this weekend. If you do, rather cancel them. If you don't, here is your plan. It's the biggest slumber party of the year. It's going to be taking place at Tears Animal Rescue in Cape Town this weekend. It's the 10th edition, so congrats to them for that. It allows animal lovers to spend a night cuddling with a little rescue pet to hopefully raise much-needed awareness and funds, and might I add, maybe even an adoption or two if it's possible. The event's going to be on the 11th, the 18th and 25th of November, so this coming weekend is the first one at Tears Animal Rescue. It's in Sunnydale, if you're wondering about the exact area. Tickets, 250 Rand per person. Tears Marketing and Fundraising Manager, Lara Van Rensburg, joining us this morning. Hello, Lara, morning to you, and I believe obviously Sammy is the spokesperson for the organisation. Sammy's there with you. Hello, Sammy. So just how ready are you for this weekend? Someone who hasn't seen our previous discussions a couple of weeks ago, just give me the premise of what this is all about.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us this morning on the show. I'm actually outdoors, so apologies for the sound if it's bad. Gosh, we are ready. Tears essentially almost comes to a grinding halt. We love this part of the year. It's so exciting for the animals in our care, but essentially, as you said, it's a slumber party. It allows people who love pets to spend a night in the shelter cuddling with our shelter pets, which is an amazing experience for them, but it also allows us to raise funds specifically for the cause. And the benefit also sometimes is people actually end up going home with a pet, which is awesome. So it's awareness, it's fundraising, and it's obviously cuddles, just sharing the joy. A lot of the animals in our care come from dire circumstances, so they've never had that experience. So it's a nice way for them to experience what it means and feels like to be part of a family. So it is a family affair. So if you haven't got your tickets, we'd love to see you. Yeah, we're ready.
Just by the way, the audio, considering you're sitting outside, is actually fantastic. Lara as well. Just how does it actually work? So what do I need to pitch up with? I get my ticket, I arrive at Tears. Just set the scene for me. What are we expected to be doing? Do we need to bring some food? Do we share in the puppy kibble with them? Well, what can we do? How do we get ourselves ready?
Pretty much think of it as an outdoor camping experience. You in the kennels. I must say it's a very clean environment. We take pride in that. It's pristine, really, even though you are sleeping in the shelter. And we spend days, in fact, prepping in terms of steam cleaning. So everything is absolutely pristine in the sense that as much as it can be. So bring camping gear. So whatever you're comfortable to sleep on, whether it's a blow-up mattress, although that's not necessarily recommended with dogs and claws, but anything that's comfortable that you can sleep on. Not that you're going to get a lot of sleep. And then snacks more than anything else, if you want sort of midnight snacks. But we have a full-on meal. It's a wonderful meal, 3-course meal. Everything's catered for. We have a green area, which is essentially our entertainment area. We set up fairy lights. It's got beautiful ambiance. It's an incredible experience. And what's amazing for me, I'm so proud of the team because it's with no outsourced event managers or decor people. It's all internal. Everything's managed in-house. And gosh, I'm so proud of them. There's amazing creativity at play. Sorry, my dog has a lot to say. And essentially, there's lots to do. But it's a really social environment. And everyone kind of snuggles down by about 8:30, 9. But essentially, we have dinner, we have sunset sort of sing-alongs, we have entertainment. There's a lot to be doing there. We have all our partners represented. So if you haven't signed up to My School, we've got My School there. We've got Dot Show there. We've got Hills there. We've got a lot of amazing Nomu, for example, with hot chocolate. We've got goodie bags that will be full for animals and for people. So it's a real spoil. It's a great time for us to spoil and give back to those that have supported us. And we are very fortunate. Cape Townians do love animals and love pets. So even if you're wanting just to come out and check it out, just come through for an hour or two. You're more than welcome to. We start registration at 5 p.m. and we pretty much start the festivities at about 6. And luckily this time of year in Cape Town, sunset's about 7:30. So it promises to be a beautiful weekend.
Yeah, and it's not just this weekend as well, because if I recall correctly, it's the 11th, which is obviously coming up this weekend. And I see it's also the 18th and the 25th of November. Is that correct? Is it basically the same thing? It's just for those who missed this coming weekend. You've basically got 2 more opportunities, don't you?
That is absolutely right. We are about 50% full in each. So it'd be lovely to get some more ticket sales. But absolutely. So next weekend, the Saturday, and then the final weekend is the 25th. I know a lot of people are going into exams and they might say, well, it's not the best time. But as I say, you don't get a lot of sleep. but it's pretty much on it should be on a bucket list in terms of experiencing, and great way to start the holidays.
So how does it work
into the holidays?
How does it work for how your furry friend chooses you, or you choose a furry friend? Because obviously, if it was my wife, she'd want to cuddle with all the dogs in all the kennels all the time, but obviously not practical. How does that work? Who chooses who?
Well, we actually take a lot of pride in that. So our kennel team, headed up by Luke Crates, who would have, in fact, he was interviewed the last time on eNCA. We specifically tailor and match animals with people in terms of temperament and age. So we always like to know what your age group is, male, female, what are your preferences, and then we try and do obviously very specific around the animals that we know, and our team works very closely with our animals. So it is something that we take pride in, and it takes a lot of thought. And then sometimes, people arrive and they'll go, oh, I don't know if I like that one. Can I have this one? Which, if there is space, we tend to try and accommodate. But everything's organized in advance, and we've never had any issues. I have to say, in 10 years, it's quite an incredible thing when I think about the fact that, it's just been an amazing experience, and quite miraculous when I think about it. You're kind of putting kids and animals together that are untrained, if you think about it.
Yeah, especially the kids that are untrained as well. Especially the kids that are untrained. Those are the ones you've got to worry about. Just as I say goodbye to you and Sammy, Lara, very quickly, people I'm sure are going to want to know, tickets-wise, where do they go? Just give me all the details, the social media pages. Where am I sending people?
It's so easy. Our website's www.tears.org.za. You'll see Sleepathon all over it. Otherwise, it's just /Sleepathon. Otherwise, you can email tears@tears.org.za. Otherwise, we're all over Facebook and Instagram. So please follow us, and we hope to see more people registering and arriving on Saturday. Thank you so much.